Hey there YouTube, this is my updated Twilight video. It's been a while since I've actually posted a video and I'm sorry for that. I've had school exams and tons of projects. So here's my Twilight build. A lot of people say Twilight doesn't work, but I've topped at all my locals and also came first with this deck, so hope you like it. First we got one Chaos Sorcerer. This replaces a lot of cards that could be in Lightsworn because it removes and it's a free 2300 beat stick, so that's pretty good, and it's good for graveyard management for, well, Dark Arm Dragon, which you'll see eventually. One Jane, good for running over pretty much any Glad Beast, even Laquari, if you want to crash with him too, if he's been swapped for. Phantom of Chaos copies so much. You can copy Lila, Lumina, JD, Dark Arm, Chaos Sorcerer, anything in this deck. And you also get to choose to mill if you really want to. One Raikou, just for destruction, good against Glad Beasts because they attack. You destroy their monster, they can't swap out. One Plague Sprayer Zombie, obviously just in case you want to sink. Too bad I got limited to one, but that's okay for this deck, and it's a Dark Arm target. And Chaos Sorcerer. One Aaron, a lot of people side here now, but a lot of people are setting like Sangan, Tomato, Treeborn, just bounce back to the deck and it's pretty much no problem. Obviously one Dark Arm Dragon for the Twilight build. Great as another out if you don't have JD in hand or if you have Monster Reincarnation but no Beckoning Light. We got two Garroths for a draw engine, very great because you have 14 Lightsworns in this deck, like all together, so that's pretty good. You'll always end up with at least a +1. Two Wolf, 3's overkill because I'm not running a Foolish Burial, and because he can be a dead draw with like your Celestia, your Dark Arm and everything, so 2 seems just fine. And 1 seems too little, so. Two Lila, good for spell and trap destruction. Copy with Fan of Chaos, and then destroy a back row and then summon JD for game, or Dark Arm. Two Celestia, this is the Monarch of the deck. You mill 4, destroy 2 cards on the field, and then if you mill enough cards, then you can summon your JD or Dark Arm. Two Judgment Dragon, because it didn't get hit by the ban list, which is what really helps this deck out. Pay 1,000, nuke the field, then attack. 3 Lumina. Now, if you didn't notice one of these Luminas, it's the new Champion Pack Holo. So, am I the first one on YouTube with that? I don't know. But 3 Lumina, good for special summoning. I was running a Sangan, but then I took him out because Lumina's better. 3 Necrogardna, defense. Dark Arm target, Chaos target. 3 Honest. I've seen a lot of decks running only 2, but since this is a Lightsworn deck with just some darks, I think it's better at 3. Onto the spells. 2 Monster Incarnation. Since Beckoning Light doesn't get back Chaos Sorcerer or Dark Arm, I think it's good to have 2 of them. Heavy Storm, pretty much a staple, because all my traps are chainable. 1 Brain Control. Pay 800, take their monster. Monster Reborn, staple. 3 Solar Recharge, good for searching. It's like the D draw that didn't get semi-limited. And 3 Charge of the Light Brigade, it's like the Rhoda that didn't get limited. On to the traps. 1 Crush card. Since I have 6 targets, I think. 3 Necros, a Plague, a Phantom. This is actually really good because you just take those and then, well, do what Crush Card does. Stop 1500 attack or higher. 2 Beckoning Light for any lights that happen to go in the graveyard, so get back your JD Honest. Your only fear is Mind Crush or Trap Death Shoot. And 2 Threatening Roar, good for defense against Glad Beasts or other Lightsworns if you want to stall them a bit more, so 2 of them works fine, and these are also the Champion Pack ones, which took me forever to find. On to the side deck. Now, I've been having trouble with Glads, so a lot of the side deck stuff is for them and other things, obviously, but it's geared towards them. Another Raikou for more destruction, destroy monsters, spells, traps. This is something I don't see a lot of Lightsworns running. Jiu-Jitsu Master. He bounces back any monster that attacks him to the top of the deck, whether he's destroyed or not. So that's very good against Gladbeast or anything with that you want to get back on into the deck. And these are also the champion pack ones. 2DD Crow, I side these in against Lightsworn, because if they have 4 names, drop that. If they Foolish Burial a Wolf, if they still run that engine, then you DD Crow that so they can't Celestia you. 1 Giant Trunade, this is to just bounce all the spells and traps back to their hand. 2 Mind Crush, this is mainly for Lightsworns, because say they're attacking with like Illumina against my Gyarados, for example, I call Honest, they have to lose their Honest, so they just suicide. 2 Bottomless, this is against Gladbeast. I don't really side this against Lightsworn because my deck seems pretty fast and outspeeds most of them. So 2 Bottomless is mainly for Bestiary, because once you remove him, it's pretty much game because they can't Geysers you, and Herc's not a huge problem in this deck. 2 Divine Wrath, this is for Monarchs, Gladbeast, and Lightsworn. They drop Honest, you Divine. They summon Caius or any Monarch, then you Divine. They try and use a Gladbeast swap effect, you Divine. And Royal Decree, 3 Royal Decree. This is just for trap heavy decks, so I don't really side them against Glads because my only concern is War Chariot, but I don't think it's worth dedicating 3 trap cards to it. Plus I run like Beckoning, Threatening Roar, and Crush cards, so it kind of stops those. Now quickly through my extra deck. I have 1 Armory Arm. This is just for the rare case where I have Raikou and Plague on the field, so that's just for fun. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. 1 Tempest Magician. Very good for getting Darks in the Grave, or Lights. 1 Avenging Knight Parsoth. I actually have never summoned him, but he's really good. Like, well, he's not good, but it's just because I can summon him. 2 Colossal Fighter. Then again, this deck doesn't sync much because you only have 1 Plague, but 1 Goyo because it got limited, sadly. 2 Thought Ruler, Archfiend. 1 Magical Android, the one I bring out the most because it's a light. 2 Black Rose, and 3 Stardust Dragon. Sorry that I haven't been making videos lately, as I said, exams, studies, and everything, but hopefully I'll be making more. And you might not like this mat, but I got 15 bucks this mat for another mat I had, so I just keep it for now. Anyways, thanks for watching, rate, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be back with more videos. Thanks.